Welcome back to The Perspective. We're still joined by France Ambassador to Indonesia, Jean-Charles Berthonnet, to talk about Indonesia-France bilateral ties. Now, Ambassador, what is currently being done on from the French side to try to attract more Indonesian companies to invest in France?
I think we should inform potential investors more about what the advantages of investing in France. As I mentioned, we have very developed infrastructures. We have a possibility to export from France on to the EU markets or even further on. We have also very developed in the field of R&D, research and development. Mm-hmm. We have a special tax scheme to stimulate investment in this field. We are also very active in supporting the startups. So we will soon open a huge startup hub in Paris, which will host around 1,000 of them. So I think there are very interesting conditions proposed to the Indonesian companies that could stimulate them to be more interested in coming to France. And as I mentioned, I am also ready to meet them directly to explain what are the potential of investing in France, and we have also a very well-trained workforce. So I think there is a potential. We have to explore it more actively.
So that will be your main agenda as well, for
Absolutely.
at least for you to directly be in touch and having dialogues with Indonesian business to try to explain the character. What would be, do you think, in your perspective, the characteristics of France that would appeal to Indonesian investors, aside from?
Well, I think we are already the main destination of many big multinationals around the world. So I think it's not normal that there are so few Indonesian companies. Maybe we should do more to explain what, maybe to focus on the success stories, and there are many. Foreign big US multinationals very happy, like Coca-Cola, or big brands are very happy with their investments in France, and so I think all the conditions are here to attract more Indonesian. Maybe we are too far away, at 12,000 kilometers
apart.
So my job and my team's job is to explain exactly what is the situation in France, what are the level of the workforce, of the openness to foreign investment, which is clearly the policy of the current government in France.
And that France is beyond its tourism. There's much more about France that Indonesians
Of course, you have big high-tech companies like Airbus, Alstom. We are front runners in many fields, in competition, of course, with others. But I think, and there are already good cooperation between French companies and their Indonesian partners. We are very keen, we are very aware that the Indonesian government is insisting on local content, of transfer of technology,
transfer of knowledge.
And I think our companies are also very aware. So, and by investing in France, by the way, you could also improve the flux of technology transfer towards vice versa, towards Indonesia.
Now, that was from the French side. What about from the Indonesian side? What can the businesses, what can private sector, public sector do? How should they reach out? Where should they reach out in order for them to learn more about what can they do?
They can give a call to the Business France
or take an active role, go out and reach out.
This operator is very active and very experienced in organizing visits or explaining the situation in France. So it's very easy to drop, I would say, on Tamarind Street to our premises and to establish first contacts. And if there are pending other question, I will gladly answer directly to them.
It's interesting you say about the startups, because Indonesia, I mean Jakarta particularly, Indonesia, startups ecosystem is spurring at the moment, and it's also very vital and crucial for this group of
Yes,
economy to understand that they can also look out to other countries aside from the traditional conventional countries like India or the US, Silicon Valley, but here's Paris. There's a next destination for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are fully aware that the new themes like the startup, the smart city theme is very important as well. So we recently had 2 important delegations in this field who paid a visit to Jakarta and other cities to present the French offer in this field. So yes, we have to look at the innovative sector in order to improve our bilateral economic relations, and I think it will work.
Beyond the current traditional sectors that we are actually developing. We'll talk more about Indonesia-France bilateral ties when we come back.